my
that mug there.
Black coffee, what's in that mug?
What mug?
I don't know. Whatever. Why are you asking?
I had a little drop of brown sugar on my
Yeah, you left it right there.
Oh.
You put it there.
It's fine. It's fine.
What's in that mug,
It's fine. It's fine. Good morning, everyone. Everything's awesome.
They have you swimming with the fishes, man.
The mug. Good morning, everyone. Sorry to interrupt. Please continue.
But yeah, Joe Dispenza though. So you're saying that all of that is
it
some form
most
of
definitely
hypnosis.
is hypnosis. And
Oh,
I think,
wow.
the term hypnosis, again, another reason why I didn't want to tell anybody is people just go to these certain, it has a lot of stigmas associated with it, just olden day movies and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But no, what he's definitely doing is, would be deeper than an alpha brainwave state, which would be a beta brainwave state.
So when, what would you define as hypnosis? Like, what is, because, I think of meditation, hypnosis, I don't know,
So it's all about the frequency at which your brain, like so you've seen the size of the waves, like the frequency of your brain waves.
Yeah,
so like you and I talking right now, if we were to if you were hooked up to an EKG machine, it'd go because we're just normal conscious mind talking. That's the beta brainwave state. Then if it were to slow down, you were to relax a little bit more. Say you're doing just deep breathing, you're calm, you're meditating, what we consider meditation. They would slow down, and the waves would be like a little bit, a little bit elongated, and that would be the alpha brainwave state. If you go even deeper than that, which is a really, really deep state of relaxation, that's theta, and so they're more like this, and that would be what we consider hypnosis or a state of trance, something like that, where you feel like you may even feel like you're sleeping, but are you kind of spaced out for a bit? Like think of when you're driving. Have you ever drove and all of a sudden you're like, I'm home, and you're like, how did I get home?
Oh God, yes.
We call that highway hypnosis. Like that is we experience hypnosis every single day. Like that is just a thing. That's highway hypnosis. That is trance. That is that same theta brainwave state.
So
nothing scary, nothing different.
What is the difference between meditating and sleeping? Is that the same?
And then the biggest brain wave where your waves are real elongated is delta, and that is
sleeping. Okay.
And so and it's interesting. Sometimes some of my clients will be like, "Oh, I fell asleep during the meditation," and if they're tired, they might have actually fallen asleep. It depends on how deep their brainwaves go. How you can know if you were in hypnosis and didn't necessarily fall asleep is when I count you back up, at the end where we do the numbers to go back up. If you wake up right during that, then that means you were just in a trance and brought out of a trance, as opposed to just and I'll tell you, there's been many times where I've been doing a hypnosis session, say myself at home or something like that, and then I wake up and it's 2 hours later and I'm like, oh yeah, I fell asleep like that. But most times, if you're kind of in that space in between sleep and waking consciousness, that's hypnosis, that's a trance state, and you come to when your subconscious mind is listening, but your conscious mind is off. And that's why it goes so deep, and that's why when we do affirmations like I am strong, I am beautiful, I am this, or I can win, or I can, you're bypassing what we call the critical faculty of the mind. And that part is almost like this gatekeeper, right? That's like trying to protect you and keep you safe. And that's like, okay, I'm going to filter in thoughts that are scary or this or that, or that resistance we talk about of like wanting to change your beliefs or believe in yourself or whatever it might be. What we're doing in hypnosis is relaxing that critical faculty of the mind so that new thoughts can go directly to the subconscious. Because when they're imprinted in the subconscious, that's when you create new beliefs. And so that's why it's usually like, oh, okay, like if I were to do doing one-on-one sessions with somebody, typically it takes about 6 or more sessions.
6 or more sessions.
Yeah, 6 or more sessions with daily, maybe little 10-minute kind of refreshers to really begin to get. Now, some clients, they'll do 1 session and they're good and they're done. Some will need 3. It'll be really deep-seated belief from childhood that they've been holding on since they're 7 years old. We might need 12. We kind of assess and see, but it's you're lessening that. I think how we were talking before, the first couple times I did hypnosis, say when I had depression, and it was I'm trying to remember what the affirmation,